Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the FEU Career and Placement Office Pre-Employment Preparation or PEP Talk webinar series for the mid-year term of 2020-2021. I'm sure for the regular PEP Talk viewers, you know me already, but for those watching us for the first time, I'm Ron Gascon, the coordinator of the Far Eastern University Career and Placement Office or CAPO, and I am your MC and moderator this afternoon. Pep Talk is a regular virtual series designed to prepare the graduating students for employment by equipping them with the necessary knowledge through talks focusing on various topics delivered by industry professionals and experts. And on your screens now, you can see from our previous Pep Talk webinars done from the previous semester. You can check this now, and this can be, or you may rewatch them rather at your most convenient time at the Career and Placement Office is a regular official Facebook page and at the FEU YouTube channel. Today's webinar is also being live streamed via the MS Teams, the FEU and CAPO official Facebook pages. To participate in our question and answer segment, you may submit your comments and questions anytime by posting them at our conversation page. It can be found at the right side of your screen if you're using a desktop, or at the live Q&A tab if you are using a mobile phone or other portable device. For our viewers watching through the FEU Facebook live streaming, we encourage you to engage with us by posting your questions on the comment section as well. So we really anticipate your participation as we progress in our webinar today. Along with the rapid technological advancement, online business with all of its wide range of categories from food, gadgets, clothing, up to online payment and banking has been a booming industry that provides stable career and support to our local economy. With the advent of the new normal way of things, how did the pandemic change the nature and process of online businesses? How can online entrepreneurs display resilience in front of the challenges and the need to adapt to a new level of demand for survival? What are the factors that we need to understand in pursuing an online business, and how can we keep our advantage in a highly competitive online market? Most importantly, what is that online business that you should venture on as a student or graduate? The FEU Capo is proud to present to you today's the pre-employment preparation talk or PEP talk titled Add to Cart, Understanding the Online Business That You Should Pursue. This webinar episode is brought to you by FEU Capo in cooperation with our digital media partners, Shanghai Syndicate, and the FEU Marketing and Communication Office. Stay tuned as we discover more about how we can make the right decision in pursuing our online business. Just a reminder, please make sure that your microphones are on mute to avoid causing any unnecessary noise. Thank you so much for your cooperation, and let us maximize our time today by learning from our resource speaker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the opening remarks and introduction of our resource speaker, may I call on the Director of the Career and Placement Office, Ms. Maria Carmencita Babes Suva Alfonso. Ma'am Babes, the screen is yours.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you very much, Sir Ron. Excuse me. Our distinguished speaker, our Senior Vice President, Maria Teresa Trinidad Tino, our Assistant Vice President, Mena Rosa Pamitan, our deans, faculty members, students, and co-employees, good afternoon, and thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us today. In the past 2 semesters, we learned how to cope in this new normal. We learned how to navigate and adjust on how things will be, even after the pandemic. We don't wait for things to happen. We make things happen. The FEU Career and Placement Office, or CAPO, has successfully run a series of webinars last semester, a total of 15, if I may say, to give our students the basics of working and finding a job amidst the new normal. Excuse me. We have also successfully rolled out all other online activities designed to help prepare our internship and graduating students for the new world of work. Online mock interview with coaching, online exclusive recruitment, online recruitment exclusive for Tamaraos or ORETAMS, the first virtual job fair, student exposure to partner organizations or Expo, to name a few. And as we provide a holistic approach in our students' career development, we continue to offer meaningful activities and programs to help prepare and guide them in their life design, whether they want to have a successful career, build their own empire, or a freelance professional. With the advent of pandemic, PEP Talk has covered numerous subject matters, not only on pre-employment preparation, but other important topics that would equip our students with the essential know-how on entrepreneurship, personal development, as well as continuing education such as finding scholarship abroad. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, sorry. And let me show you a short video clip of Kapos activities last semester. Video, please. As we continue to provide our students and graduates with meaningful activities, CAPO shall deliver more programs beneficial to our students to thrive in the new normal. Please check out our event posters and calendar of activities. We shall be posting this in the official FEU social media sites and Canvas. And for today's titled episode, Add to Cart, Understanding the Online Business That You Should Pursue, we are grateful to be joined by our resource speaker, who is a successful, innovative, and award-winning entrepreneur and a proud alumna of the Department of Communication of the Far Eastern University. We are indeed lucky to have invited her today as she will give us valuable insights about the nature, challenges, and rewards of pursuing a career through online business. This topic is very relevant as we continue to adjust and thrive in this new normal way of doing things, not only in school but in the world of work as well. On that note, I would like to end with my usual reminder. While it is not going to be easy to sort out the challenges we are in, um, always remember the mantra, be brave, because Tamaraos have always been resilient to whatever comes our way. And now, without further ado, let me introduce our speaker. She is a magna cum laude graduate of AB Mass Communication class of 2013. She worked for 3 years to gain knowledge in sales and marketing before starting her own business at the age of 23. She is the founder and owner of ChizMozza, the first and only mozzarella sticks food stand in the Philippines. After almost 5 years, she was able to expand and open 40 branches in Metro Manila, North and South Luzon provinces. She was the grand winner of Philippine Franchise Association's Next Gen in Franchising 2020, a competition that recognizes young entrepreneurs aged 35 and below who can disrupt and open new opportunities for Philippine franchising. It is a nationwide competition that searches for the most innovative and highly franchise-able concepts with the potential to expand overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, our very own Miss Marydae Hannah Ramos. Thank you very much for being here, Miss Hannah. Good afternoon. I think your mic is on mute. Okay.
Good
Ayan, good afternoon.
Thank you, Ma'am Babes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, fellow Tamaraos. Alam ko bad weather today, but thank you for attending our seminar for today. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you, Hannah.
Ah, okay. So
Okay.
I'll be starting with my presentation.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay. So again, I'm Hannah, the founder and owner of ChizMozza. So today we will be discussing understanding the online business you should pursue. So for those everyone that's familiar with the brand, actually we're a food cart business talaga. But due to the challenging times, kaya nga nandito tayo sa pandemic, so we started our online business. But before that, I'll be discussing how I started in the food cart industry. Kasi in a way, having a food cart or your own physical store and having your own online store is almost the same. Parang the process, the procedures are almost the same. So of course, I really have the entrepreneurial mindset because ever since I was a child or I was a kid, I started my own business. So before, I started with selling tutube. So manghuhuli ako ng tutube, tapos ibebenta ko siya for 5 pesos. And then, of course, I would also sell piso per lagok na tubig during elementary. And I have a lot of ideas. Actually, even during nag-aaral ako sa FEU that time, naging Avon lady ako. Tapos, I was really, thinking of ways para makabenta. And I actually considered na magtrabaho as crew. Basta gusto ko lang talagang kumita. So, that's the time na sabi ko, after 3 years, I will be starting my own business. Because that was my goal in high school. I wanted to start my own business. Kaya, na-mention ko before that I would try to sell anything to earn para sa aking pinaplanong negosyo. So, that was my dream, to have my own food cart business. So why did I choose food cart business? So food cart business is easy to launch, requires just a small area, and it's easy to expand. Similar to having an online business kasi ngayon sa ano natin, sa technology natin, having a business very easy. Kumbaga easy as 1, 2, 3 na siya compared way back in 2016 when I was starting my own business na wala pang Grab, wala pang that time. So I really had to start with having my physical store. So, but still, it's easy to launch compared to other types of businesses, and it just requires a small area and it's easy to expand. So what was my concept before? I was thinking of something that is expensive or social that can be offered as more affordable. Kasi um, before kasi, napapansin ko sa mga food carts, they're selling something na nabibili mo sa labas ng mura and then you can buy it sa mall ng sobrang mahal. So sabi ko, bakit ganon? Why not think of something na mahal mong mabibili and then ibebenta ko siya sa mall ng mura? So that's my concept before. So the first concept, nung FEU days pa lang talaga, my concept was to have affordable pancakes. Pancakes kasi dali lang iluto, di ba? Parang ilalagay mo lang siya dun sa pan and then ready to serve na siya. So that was my concept since third year college, meron na akong business presentation and all. I was ready that time. Sabi ko, mag-iipon lang ako. Then after 3 years, I'll be starting this food cart concept na pancakes ang tinitinda. So here you go. Here's my layout. Sabi ko nga, nung fourth year college, nag-layout na ako, may business plan na ako. But again, this idea may not be the best idea. Kasi that time, I remember na nung nagluto ako ng pancakes, ako kumakain lang yung aso namin. Kasi hindi nagustuhan ng parents ko. They didn't like the taste. Kasi alam mo yung mix-mix lang and hindi naman talaga ako cook. I really don't have the knowledge to formulate ng recipe for a pancake. So because of that, at first parang nawalan ako ng lakas ng loob. Sabi ko, ano ba 'yan? matagal kong pinlano magkaroon ng sariling negosyo na pancakes. Yun na talaga yung naging focus ko that time, and then biglang kailangan kong mag-iba ng concept. Then, randomly, out of nowhere, I was browsing my phone. Then I saw a video of mozzarella sticks, and that changed my plan. And because of that, nabuhay si ChizMozza. And the reasons why I actually pushed through with ChizMozza is because mozzarella sticks were only common in some high-end restaurants. Kumbaga, di mo siya makikita kahit saan. Actually, to be honest, we were the first to introduce mozzarella sticks even before Shakey's that time. Kasi sila yung isa sa mga restaurants na nauna eh. Pero nauna kami sa kanila, na-introduce yung mozzarella sticks. But before, you can just buy it sa Italiani, sa mga TGI Fridays, and they were fairly expensive and costing around 300 pesos to 500 pesos per serving. Sobrang mahal. Alam mo yun, sobrang sarap na food cannot be enjoyed by a lot of people. And of course, it's not accessible. Not even online. We cannot find it online. And it's not available in food carts. So, syempre, since I already have the concept, nag-start na ako mag-formulate or maggawa ng aking business plan. So, I'll be sharing with you how I started my food cart business. Kasi it's almost the same naman with having your own online business. So, of course, you need the product. Since I already have the product, I still have to do a lot of research, costing, recipe testing, and packaging, and menu. So, kailangan mo yun isipin lahat before ka mag-move forward to the next step, which is yung, ayan, so, ayan yung ChizMozza kasi is made with premium ingredients and freshly fried siya. 100% real mozzarella cheese, and we're using premium ingredients. Actually, mga herbs and spices namin, mahal siya kung tutuusin. So, hindi namin siya tinipid in terms of ingredients. So, the next step, ayan, so yung business name. So, I can say na sobrang naging helpful yung witty and catchy business name. So, yung brand name namin na ChizMozza. Actually, just to share a story, marami na ako talagang naisip na business name before, pero hindi ko naisip yung ChizMozza. So, my boyfriend na ngayon, husband ko na ngayon, siya talaga yung nakaisip nung ChizMozza. So, at first, sabi ko parang negative kasi alam mo yon, maraming galit sa mga ChizMozza eh. Parang gano'n ang parang sabi ko, okay ba yan? Parang ang negative. So what I did, nagpaboto ko kasi since I was working before pa sa marketing, nagpaboto ko sa mga co-workers ko. And then, ChizMozza talaga yung nanalo. Kaya nag-push through ako with this name. Kahit medyo at first parang negative siya. Pero, tinan nyo naman ngayon, sobrang nakatulong sa akin. And, to be honest, marami rin gumagaya na mga iba dun sa name. But, again, hindi rin siya talaga pwedeng gayahin since it's already registered with IPO. So, later, di-discuss ko yung about dun. So, of course, I had a marketing plan. Actually, 2016, uso naman na ang Facebook. So, nakapag-start na rin ako ng Facebook ko noong 2016. Then, today, we already have 70,000 Instagram and Facebook followers. Actually, it's very hard to really grow your community sa sa social media eh. So, kailangan talaga mag-isip ka ng ways to make that your customers like your page and all. So, thankfully yun, we already have 70,000 followers. And we reach millions of people every month through our social media posts. So, very active din kami sa social media kasi dapat every now and then, talagang active yung platforms natin ngayon. Kasi most customers talaga ngayon doon na nag-check. Parang bihira na yung mag-google ng ganito. Parang social media na talagang nila, go-to place to check kung bukas ba tong branch na to, and ganyan. So, it's very important to be, really updated talaga. Dapat lagi in social media if you have your own business. And we also launch our e-commerce portal through online store. So, we have the ChizMozzaph.com, and meron kaming a lot of marketing partners. So, we're very active in terms of marketing. So here's our cart and kiosk design. So, yan. Very important din if you're having your own food cart business na, of course, dapat very presentable din yung pagiging cart or kiosk nyo. Kasi before, ang idea ko talaga gusto ko parang ma-wood, ganyan, mapula. So, yan, naging ganyan yung look niya. So, ito yung na-mention ko before, having permits. Actually, even if you're planning to put up your business online, it's really important din na may permits na agad kasi it builds trust eh. Parang yung tiwala ng mga customers, mas mapapanatag sila. Kasi nga, di ba ngayon pag online, parang some people are still hesitant sa pagbibili online. So, it's really helpful to have your own permits. And hindi naman siya mahal. Kumbaga, siya na rin yung siya na rin yung puhunan mo. So, I'll give you an idea kung magkano siya. So, DTI certificate, siguro around 1,000 pesos. Trademark registration, gastos ka ng mga 3 to 5K. Tapos, barangay clearance, mga 1,000. Mayor's permit, depende. Pero, it's very important na may mga permits po talaga tayo. So, ayan. And the location naman, location-wise, we opened our first branch in 2016, May 2016, and it's located in Fisher Mall, Quezon City. Actually, bago pa lang si Fisher Mall that time, so I was really a little hesitant to start my business there, pero hindi naman ako nagkamali na doon ko siya binuksan ng una. And actually, the space that we have there is bigger than other food carts kasi we have 9 square meter space. Tapos, meron pa siyang dine-in area. So, yun yung naging first branch namin. So now, of course, after 5 years ng pagtatrabaho at pagsisikap, we already have 40 branches. And they're located in prime locations like SM, Ayala, Fisher Mall, Robinsons, Walter Mart, and iba-iba pang malls. Actually, recently, we partnered with Star Mall, with Eaton Centuries, and yun, may mga plano pa kaming buksan talaga kasi very talaga ako kahit alam mo yon, kahit very unpredicted ang sitwasyon, nagbubukas pa rin ako ng branch, and thankfully, because of that decision, nakakabawi kami kasi kumbaga yung nabubuksan ko minsan, ito yung tutulong sa mga ibang branches na survive. Kasi, of course, due to the pandemic, konti na talaga ang pupunta sa malls. But then, because of pushing with opening new branches, nakakahanap ako ng better locations. So, yan. We have 40 branches. And from 2016 to 2019, I can see naman na we really talagang nag-grow talaga kami. Thanks to franchising nung 2018. We started with franchising noong 2018. And then 2019, mas nag-focus naman ako sa pagbubukas ng aking mga company-owned stores. So siguro this 2020 lang na medyo na-slow down, but then again, of course, pandemic happened. Kailangan lang natin talagang maging kailangan lang natin mag-move forward and hindi sumuko. So of course, noong 2020, I'm a little sad din na nasaktuhan ako ng pandemic na doon ako naging winner. Kasi I believe when you are a winner of Next Gen, they can bring you sa labas talaga ng bansa and all. Tapos you can be able to promote your products dun sa expo ng Philippine Franchise Association. Parang yung Franchise Asia Philippines, pero because of the pandemic, hindi na siya nangyari. But then again, still proud to say na because of this concept, naging next gen in franchising winner po kami. So, it's one of our talagang awards na pinagmamalaki ni ChizMozza. So, of course, kami rin ay very affected ng COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, all businesses naman talagang apektado. Kahit malaking brands man yan, talaga naging apektado. Pero kailangan talaga mag-think fast. So, these are the things that talagang naranasan namin during the pandemic. Of course, temporary closure, nag-lockdown. Nag-close lahat ng stores namin. walang kita, zero sales, then operational challenges. Even though unti-unti nag-o-open na kami ng branches that time, ang hirap pa rin niyang i-operate kasi the managers cannot come to the store to check compliance ng mga service crew. And of course, lack of consumer demand because why would you go outside, di ba? Just to have a bite of chismosa. Parang, they will not, parang risk their, di ba, health dahil nga physical stores kami. So, ang hirap mag-invite ng customers to go to your store. And of course, yung stocks din. Honestly, ang laki ng effect ng pagdating sa stocks, nagkukulang kami ng stocks o kaya usually nagmamahal siya. Until now, ganyan pa rin yung nararamdaman namin. Pero we have to move forward with that. So, noong April 2020, I forgot to mention earlier, pero before I started our food cart business, nag-try muna ako online. So, 2016, naggawa ko ng Facebook page, and then, merong inquiry agad. Sabi ko, pwede bang bilhin yan? Noong una, I didn't want to sell it ng frozen. Kasi, again, ang advantage ng pagbebenta niya ng physical store, maka-quality control mo yung pagluluto, and mami-make sure mo na okay yung, yung ibibigay mo na food. Kasi maluluto ng maayos kapag, ikaw ang, or yung service mo ang nagluto. So, because of that, kumbaga nakita ko rin naman yung advantage ng online, even before, noong 2016 talaga, nakita ko na parang ayos to parang makakapagbenta pala ako sa Facebook, nag-post ako ng picture, may inquiry na agad. That time, I think I was able to sell siguro mga 100 packs that time. Pero I stopped selling na when I started my food cart business. But then again, in April 2020, kailangan bumalik. So, I returned to selling my products online in April kasi I was really bored that time. Wala akong ginagawa sa bahay. Nakangangal sa bahay. Walang kita. Or hindi naman sa kita, pero wala kang ginagawa. So, I'm not really, hindi ako sanay na wala akong ginagawa sa bahay. So, I did the packing, the photo shoot, and all, para ma-promote yung online business. So, because of that, syempre, unti-unti rin nag-grow ang aming online. We started selling on social media. Of course, ngayon talaga, dito na. Usually, sa mga community, sa mga groups, ganyan, marami nagsisell ng mga kung ano nung produkto. Mostly food ang nakikita ko. Pero, of course, si ChizMozza should be, available. So, we were available nung April pa lang, online, Facebook and Instagram. And after that, ang dami naging inquiries, they can be a reseller or be a distributor. So we accepted resellers and distributors na rin, siguro mga May. Kaya doon talaga mas lalong nag-boom yung online business namin because of the resellers. Kasi you can depend on them na sila na magpo-promote tapos bahala na sila mag-distribute. But the challenge with the resellers, syempre, yung quality control. So, hindi rin basta-basta yung pagbibigay sa mga resellers and distributors. Kailangan meron silang proper orientation and of course, kailangan they can really tawag dito, quality yung quality talaga ng products maaalagaan nila. Kasi syempre, ChizMozza is also available sa physical stores para hindi rin maapektuhan. And of course, I also launched our website, so with the help of Shopify. So, noong una parang hindi ako marunong talaga, pero ako rin talaga yung layout nitong sa Shopify namin. Pero may mga templates naman siya, so it's really easy. I think you just have to pay minimum of 2,000 per month. Tapos meron ka ng store and you can accept payments there na. So, it's very ideal for online businesses nowadays to be able to have a website. Kasi parang nakaka-add siya ng, ng pagiging legit mo. Maraming nasasabi legit check, mga ganyan. So, parang nakakatulong din siya if you have your own website and own social media accounts. So, noong 2020, actually this is in 2020, we were able to sell 7 million worth of ready-to-cook products. So, talagang ang laki ng tulong ng ready-to-cook products namin. Kasi without this idea to sell your products online, baka hindi rin talaga na kaya ni ChizMozza. Kumbaga, kasi if we will just depend on the store sales, wala talagang tao sa mall. So it's really, I'm really thankful na the concept that I have can be sold online. Kaya, because of that, nandito pa rin kami. So, if you wanted to start your own online business, syempre, you have to understand ano nga ba ang pagkakaroon ng negosyo. As mentioned, almost the same din siya with having a physical store, but it's a little, kumbaga mas easier siya kapag online. Kasi you can, start it now. You can start it now actually if you want to. So, yan. So, ano ba yung mga, questions before starting your own, online business? So, of course, kailangan, isipin mo rin muna if you're ready to start this. So, of course, ang some of, my ideas din, it's very important to turn your passion into a business. Katulad ko, passion ko kasi na yung food. Kumbaga, mahilig ako sa cheese, mahilig akong kali-kalikot ng mga pagkain, kalikot talaga. Pero mahilig akong mag-experiment. Kahit dun sa pancakes that time, ang experiment ko, nalagyan ko ng cheese, ng chocolate, kung ano-anong flavors. So, yun yung naging passion ko, na gusto ko talaga food business. Tapos, make sure entrepreneurship is what you want. Kasi, ang pagiging negosyante kasi, minsan kailangan yung mindset mo rin talaga, isang pang-entrepreneur. Parang kumbaga kasi kapag minsan, ang sales kasi katulad ko that time, bababa siya, tataas. Kailangan, alam mo na normal yun eh. Alam mo na normal siya. So, kailangan intindihin mo kung ano yung mga risk and all. Kaya dapat, pag-aralan mo ano ba ang pagiging isang entrepreneur before starting your own business. Kahit pa online pa lang siya, dapat maging ready ka kasi it's a risk also. And of course, like I mentioned before, I conducted a survey before starting ChizMozza. So if you have an idea now, ang dami na kasing online business ngayon eh. So maganda, mag-conduct ka ng survey o kaya magpa-teaser ka ng idea mo. Tapos kung mapapansin mo na marami tatanong agad, parang okay to ipupush ko na tong online business ko. And of course, you have to research your idea. Kasi nga, ngayon, ang dami ng competitors, ang dami na nag-online. So, kailangan, in a way, maging unique. And of course, be financially ready, as mentioned, kumbaga may risk pa rin, kahit pa online business siya, may kailangan din tayong ilabas na pera. So, you have to be financially ready. Ako kasi before starting my own business, nag-ipon na talaga ako. Kaya ako nagkaroon ng mga small businesses before para in preparation to what I really wanted, and that is to start my own food cart business. So, if you wanted to start your business now, mag-ipon na. So, tapos yung iipunin, dapat for the business itself lang talaga siya. Hindi siya yung makaka-apekto sa family mo or kumbaga sa buhay mo. Dapat pang negosyo lang talaga siya. And of course, you have to understand your market. Syempre, very important yung target market. For example, sa ChizMozza kasi, I know mozzarella sticks or mozzarella, medyo mahal talaga siya compared to other type of cheeses. So we have to place our store sa mga, alam mo yun, yung mga kayang bilhin yung product. Kasi of course, for example, ang 3 sticks namin is 59 pesos. Baga sa iba, parang value meal na yon. So dapat ilalagay mo siya dun sa pwesto na na maganda, na okay. Or kumbaga kung online selling ka man, pwede mong alam ko through Facebook ads, you can actually target your market, kung ano yung hilig nila, ano yung hobbies nila, interest. So it's important to understand your market para hindi rin sayang yung ipi-place mong ads sa social media. And of course, take advantage of technology. Since yun nga, doon naman talaga ang way para makapag-sell tayo online through social media, through technology and all. So here are some of the online business ideas na you can start. Like me, we have the online food business. Pag online food kasi, medyo madali lang siya. Pero we should also make sure na safe yung binibenta nating food. And then yung buy and sell of products, yun, yung pwede na rin yun, yung bibili and then pagbebenta ng mga products. Actually, my dad started with buying and selling before. So, before naging ano ko rin yan, naging gusto ko rin mag-buy and sell. Kasi madali lang siya eh. Tutubuan mo lang yung isang item, tapos kikita ka na. Tapos sell your pre-loved items. Ginawa ko rin yan. Nagbebenta ako ng mga used na damit ko para hindi sayang. Never ata ako nagtapon ng gamit. Kailangan talaga laging mabebenta siya or ibebenta ko sa kapatid ko. Never siya naging free. Never ko siyang tinapon. Tapos, yung uso rin ngayon, yung reselling of skincare products. Pero you have to make sure na it's FDA registered. And of course, syempre sa mga katulad kong home graduate, ayan, yung mga pwede tayong maging web developer, graphic designer. Actually, hindi naman ako talagang graphic designer, pero because of ABA communication course ko sa FEU, natuto ako mag-edit, mag-Photoshop. Kasi ako lagi yung ina-assign before sa editing, tsaka sa advertising before advertising subject. So, natuto rin talaga ako. And of course, nakikita ko rin sa mga fellow Tamaros kung marami may mga online clothing store. So, okay din yon. Or, yan, monetize your own art or become a Facebook ad consultant. Actually, I have a friend din from FEU na kinuha kong ad consultant sa Facebook. So, yun, parang pwede nyo gawing negosyo yun. And then, sell your own photos sa mga photographers na andyan, di ba? You can actually sell your photos. Or kaya, you can ask a friend na, oh, may gusto ka bang i-promote na product? Ako nakukuha ng picture. You can just pay me X amount, di ba? So, kailangan lang talaga natin dumiskarte. Tapos, create an online course if you have a lot of knowledge about something na hindi alam ng nakakarami. You can create an online course o kaya share it on YouTube para ma-monetize mo yung videos. And you can also become a web developer. Sorry, na-mention ko na pala earlier. And sell handmade products. So, and yung mga some of the online business ideas that I can share with you guys. So, ayan, if you have question and answer, open na po yung natin. Okay na po. Apa.
Thank you so much, Miss Hannah. That's very informative. That's very inspiring. Of course, insightful talk. We're really inspired by how you presented your success story this afternoon. We learned a lot from your talk today. And I think some of the highlights of our learnings today before we go to the question and answer part is when you mentioned that we need to understand what we need to do is we have to look at our interest and what we love to do, our passion. Turn your passion into your business. No, that's very good advice. I remember you mentioned earlier, Miss Hannah, that putting up a business is something that you would like to do, that you have been doing since high school, and you already tried online selling even before graduating in college at the time when it was not yet trendy and the public is not yet that trusting with the concept of an online business. And you also mentioned that research on the product that you will sell. No, you can create the. You have to really do a deeper level of research. No, and you have to check the market as well. I think you also mentioned also that it really matters to have a very catchy and witty business name. Thus, the ChizMozza was born. That's really interesting, and of course, that will be an advantage, not to you with regard to the competitors, no, with respect to that aspect. No, marketing plan rely on social media visibility and accessibility, as you mentioned. And thank you also for reminding us about the permits. Now, because of the proliferation, and of course, no, we were forced to also migrate to online business. But thank you for reminding that online business must also have the government permits, di ba? So that's important. And we know binigyan mo pa kami ng price range, no, para at least we will not be afraid, or we have more time to prepare for this, no, for our students, especially those who are about to graduate, or our audience who would like to also venture on online business. how COVID-19 pandemic challenged also your company and of course your brand at the time that you were on the top of the game, even winning a national award no, for franchising. No? So that's really inspiring how you were able to become more innovative and you try to expand your business no, by going back to the old strategy of doing online selling, this time using your frozen products. And of course, how you were able to expand more through using social media groups when you also mentioned how to create website as an advantage also for your brand and the approach of using reseller and distributor no so that's really important. Overall, we were really inspired by this talk, and I'm sure all of our listeners now, your fellow Tamaraos, are now thinking on top of their head, ano kaya ang magiging online business ko? Especially, you gave us a lot of options, no? So, Miss Hannah, I think there are some questions here that they would like to take note or to know more about you. There's one question here mentioned. As a graduate of BA Communication of FEU, we are proud of you, of course, as an alumna. Were you able to use yung pong mga natutunan nyo sa course nyo sa communication sa business nyo ngayon? So, how did your course in college communication help you with your success right now?
Actually, some people would be a little shocked kapag nalalaman nila na graduate ako. Kasi they think kailangan na business management or marketing yung tinapos. But then again, because of my course, ang dami ko natutunan. So, I think I mentioned na ako yung shoot ng products. So, natutunan ko yun during photography class. Si Ma'am Brilliant before yung prof ko no'n. So, yun yung natutunan ko, yung photography and then advertising, syempre. Actually, one of the reasons din na talagang natuto ko kasi talagang ina-assign ko sa sarili ko that time na, sige ako na lang mag-layout. Hindi ako marunong mag-Photoshop that time, but I was forced to learn how to edit photos using Photoshop. So, yun, naturuan ako because of advertising course. And uh, tapos advertising subject rather. So, tapos yung isa rin na marirelate ko, yung film subject namin, syempre may mga video editing doon. So, ako rin yung taga-edit ng videos that time. Lagi ko pinipresent yung sarili ko. So, kaya medyo hindi ako talaga active sa ibang bagay kasi ako lagi yung ako yung technical side. Lagi akong taga-edit, taga-photo, taga-sound editor. So, yun lagi yung gusto kong that time, trabaho. So, yun yung mga talagang nakatulong sa akin. And of course, yung um, communication, syempre, you have to learn how to communicate to your customers, how to effectively communicate with them. Sobrang laki ng tulong ng and hindi ako nagsisisi na ito yung course na kinuha ko. Even though I really wanted to pursue having a business. Yan.
Nice. So that's really interesting to know how the skills that you acquired through your degree program, your course, help you with your decision to continue with your online business or even with the physical setup pa before the pandemic. No, so it's also important to note in that particular discussion that we must not create some sense of stereotype with the course that we finish no, or we acquire. Like for example, no, parang iniisip kasi nila pagkom ay sa ABS-CBN pupunta to or sa GMA, no. Parang but here you are now, you're a good it's a good role model for us and we can see your success story helping us realize that there's still a lot of opportunities, no, career paths that we can venture on. And not just necessarily be specific to the degree or the industry that we are intended, no, that we think that we should be ending up with, na. So that is really interesting to know. You mentioned different skills, no, photography, graphic design, communications, no. So talagang gamit na gamit, no. That's really inspiring, no. So for whoever na nandito na communication students, I think I'm sure Miss Hannah magtatanong sila sa iyo because today I'm sure they were moved no, by your story. Okay. Before we go to another question, I just want to read this question from one of our audiences here, John Michael Viray. He asked ito very specific to Miss Hannah about the operation. How did you handle the shipping of your products since it is perishable? So ano siya dahil nga no sa nangyayari but let us hear it from Miss Hannah na mismo. Yes, Miss Hannah.
Okay po. So, actually, challenge po talaga delivering perishable items. But then again, as mentioned dun sa presentation ko, we have to use the technology. Kasi we have applications now like Lalamove, Grab, that we can use to transport our products. Kasi they have insulated bags naman. So, we can ensure na okay yung products na frozen siya when delivered to customers. And also, yung pagpapak din namin, ang alam ko talaga dinodoble namin yung paper bag, tapos nilalagyan pa namin ng plastic para to make sure na hindi siya magtutubig and delivered pa rin siya na okay kay customer.
Yeah, I think Miss Hannah, the context of that question is more about the quality, no, how you maintain the quality of your product, no, from your end, no, going to your customer and your client, definitely. But I'm sure that, syempre, ang mga shipping companies ngayon, they already upgraded their materials, logistics on how to deal with perishable goods, no. But I think John Michael here is more concerned about the quality. Nag-iisip na siguro si John Michael ng kanyang sariling product, no? Ano kaya sa akin kung may ChizMozza? Ano kaya ang sa akin na baka rin perishable, so I can also learn from that. Okay. So thank you John Michael for your question. So that's correct naman. We really have to take note of the quality, no? Especially now that it's more challenging to transport, the product, definitely. Okay. There's another question. I am good in graphic design and I want this to be my business, but I don't know how to start. Puro mo word of mouth lang po, pero mahina. Paano ko po ba siya officially ilo-launch as my business? So I think this question is asking for your advice. No, I mean, you have the skill, you have the talent, but you feel like you're not doing enough well. No, you're not, and you don't know how to start and officially launch it. So what is your advice here, Miss Hannah?
Actually, if ako po yan, what I will do, sasali ako sa mga groups. Kasi, yung husband ko kasi is an architect. So, what we did, of course, to promote the firm, sumasali kami sa mga group. Kasi ang hirap talaga i-present yung sarili. Ang hirap ipakilala. Kahit nga mag-ads ka, parang mahirap pa rin. So, usually, what I would suggest talaga, mas maganda sumali ng mga groups na ganyan. Nagli-layout ako. If you have small businesses, I can actually help you with the layout and all. So, kailangan lang talaga diskartehan. Or kaya, if you have friends na nakikita mo na sa start ng sarili nilang negosyo, tapos medyo nakita mo yung layout, medyo kailangan ng improvement, you can actually ask them personally na, do you want me to layout for you? Sabihin natin, per layout ang bayad, di ba? So, yun po yung iba sa mga suggestions ko. Kasi, madali lang naman mag-layout, pero iba yung layout na pleasing. Kumbaga, yung talagang mamamarket mo yung product. So, kailangan mong ibenta yung design mo na ganon. Na kapag nag-design ka, you can communicate yung gusto mong sabihin through your layout, through your design. So, yun po siguro yung isang paraan. Pero ang pinaka maganda po dyan, try niya po muna sa mga groups and yung mga pagsisend ng proposal sa mga friends.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Hannah. I think I have to agree with you, no, to create such network, no, to connect with people, different groups who would avail these services. Like for example, graphic design, which industries would actually avail this kind of services. And you mentioned, there are a lot of groups now, professional, commercial, and even industrial groups that could be a good start, for those who would like to venture on graphic design as a freelance career, right?
Apo.
But also, it's also important not to. Do you agree also, Miss Hannah, if we say that even if you know that you're good, it's not like we need to be complacent. We still need to continuously train ourselves, no? Because that will be your advantage, di ba? Kasi minsan parang feeling natin, magaling na ako, alam ko na. But in
Yes.
in an open market, 'di ba? Lalo na ngayon, lahat kasi magagaling, 'di ba? So, what is your advice to that? I mean, if you feel like you're good but at the same time you feel like you're not moving forward, Miss Hannah?
Actually, apo. Actually po kasi when we think that we're really good about something, parang magiging ano kay kampante ka eh. So, ako honestly, hindi ko inisip na, ay magaling ako, ang dami kong branch, kayang-kaya ko to. Kasi during the pandemic, halos, ano na rin, sumuko na ako that time na, ano ba to yung concept ko, masa-survive kaya yung pandemic. So, if you think na you're already on top, hindi ka na mag-iisip ng ways to get better. Ako kasi I always think of ways na maging better or mas mag-earn pa ng malaki yung company. That's why umabot kami sa 40 branches. Kasi some people would be ano na happy na, ay sige okay na yan, ayoko na mag-risk, okay na ako sa 5 branch, okay na ako sa 3 branch. They would not, they would not try kasi they think it's okay na, I'm okay na with this. So, for me, to be able to grow, it's really important na um, you think na you're not yet there or you can still improve, you can still be better para at least yung growth maging continuous siya. So, very important na hindi tayo maging sobrang 100% na uh, kumbaga kampante sa talent natin. But then, of course, it's also important na you're confident with what you can. So, pero kailangan, balance talaga siya.
Yeah, it's good to celebrate your success, no, but at the same time you don't treat the success as if it's already the pinnacle, no, or things
Yes.
that you should be doing already, no. You can always be a better version, no, of yourself, no, and it also would translate to how your company would perform and how would it expand, no. Okay, so thank you so much for that reminder na hindi tayo maging complacent, no. Sabi nga ni Miss Hannah, I think Miss Hannah, yung kausap ka nga namin, 37 branches, naging 40. Parang ganun din. So, sabi nga natin kanina, as we speak, baka bukas 42 na ito, 45. So this is something, it's a good mindset. It's a mindset that we would like to, embrace, no, that there's always a room for improvement. If we are successful today, we can be more successful tomorrow. And if, of course, it is because of our perseverance and of course our direction. And of course, your goal, no, you're following a certain goal, definitely. Okay. Si John Michael, may minention siya. I think ito yung kanyang question. Sabi niya, comment niya, Miss Hannah, it's my challenge po kasi in my business. I have a small leche flan business and shipping is challenging without compromising the quality of the product. So, yeah, yung mga, kasi uso yun ngayon, no? Yung mga dessert. Kasama yan. So, oo, kasama yan, no? So, yeah, I think na-mention na natin kanina yan, Miss Hannah, no, about how the shipping companies, no, are doing, no, in terms of making sure that the quality of the product is preserved, and of course kasi kasama yung reputation din nila dyan, 'di ba, when they of course, yeah, 'di ba, Miss Hannah?
May pwede rin po akong i-add in terms of the quality control. As mentioned din po, um, pag may mga resellers ka kasi, you can require them to have their own ref or freezer or whatever device that you will be needing. Kasi kami, we have resellers na from Davao City, gano'n nakalayo yung naabot ni ChizMozza na ready to cook. So, napapadala naman namin siya. Pero, kunyari, yung styro, yun. Pag mga ganong kalayo yung styro na namin siya, then may mga ice na talaga, to make sure na yung quality, pagdating doon is okay. And, of course, meron din kaming trial before doing that. Kasi you cannot basta deliver lang, and then pagdating doon sa reseller mo, sira na yung product, tapos hindi nila alam na sira na pala yun. So, it's important to have a trial and error muna before transporting your product sa mga malalayong lugar. Pero doon sa leche planting, I think pinaka-solusyon doon, baka pwede nga yung naka-insulated, hindi ko alam yung tawag doon, pero we can think of ways naman para at pagdating kay customers, okay. Or yun nga, have your own resellers and distributors na pwede mag-deliver dun sa mga areas na malalayo na mape-preserve nila yung quality ng product.
Correct. So, yeah, napag-uusapan naman, you can avail technology or design or materials that will help find solution to this kind of problems. No? But I think what I would like to highlight in your answer, Miss, or in your advice, Miss Hannah, is your communication with your reseller as well, because they also carry the brand, no, and of course, no, they would should be accountable with the quality of the product, no. Kasi yung iba kahit sabi reseller lang naman ako, distributor, no, you should have a good relationship with them and effectively communicate also the standards of the company. Okay? So thank you, Miss Hannah. There's an anonymous question here. I think baka yung iba sa atin makarelate dito. Nung nag-start po ang business ninyo, did your friends or relatives support you? I started my online business po kasi last year. Pero I tried to reach out to my friends and relatives to try my business, wala po akong response na nakuha or support from them. Medyo sad yung kanyang
Opo.
so I think Miss Hannah, without even saying that, what can you say about this kind of situation, or were you able to also experience this kind of scenario?
Actually, sir, I'm very thankful to my friends and family kasi my mom actually lent me 300,000 pesos when I started my business. May ipon naman na ako that time actually kasi before sa kada work ko, ang itatabi ko, malaking amount talaga para sa negosyo. But then, I still asked my mom na mag-invest sa business. So, siya yung talagang tumulong sa akin, yung mom ko. Siya yung bigay ng paunang puhunan. Tapos, isa pang way na nakatulong yung relatives ko, parang sila yung pinatikim ko ng mga products. Kumbaga, hindi man sila bumili, pero they can actually give insights dun sa produktong ibebenta mo. Kasi there are people talaga na would not, kahit friends and family, na talagang hindi mo agad may invite to buy your product. So, what you can do, you can give them samples or you can let them try your product or kung ano mang way para at least matry nila yung produkto. Pero ako, honestly, parang I can say na very helpful yung friends and family ko dahil during the opening, andun sila, nagtutulong mag-serve. And yung mga friends ko naman, they visited my first branch to try the products. Kaya nakatulong din talaga. And other ways din na nakatulong sila, yung survey. Sila yung mga pinag-survey ko talaga nung um, product or yung nung concept ko before ko siya i-start. So, yun yung mga ways na nakatulong sila. So, don't get disappointed na siguro hindi pa masyadong bumibili yung mga friends and family mo. If not, you can give them samples muna. So, they can actually try your products first. Kasi ang dami na nga nagbebenta online. So, baka that's the reason why hindi pa sila bumibili sa ngayon. Or dahil nga pandemic ngayon, nagtitipid sila. So, yun po yung, pero ako naman po, okay naman po yung friends and family. They really supported me po.
Yeah, na-curious tuloy tayo, Miss Hannah. Kaya ano kaya yung online business ni
Oo nga.
ating audience, no? Ano kaya yung part na sinasabi niya na hindi siya nakakuha ng support, no? Kasi it has something to do also with the nature of the product kasi, no? Baka naman something that they might not be needing, di ba, at this time, no? Or baka naman, yeah, like what you mentioned, Miss Hannah, nagtitipid, hindi priority, di ba? And that's really interesting to take note as well, no? Ano ba yung reasons why we don't gain much support from our family members and our friends. Pero ang point kasi dito minsan, no, yung mga friends and family natin, they're the tough critics kasi, no, na ating mga produkto. So tama yung sinasabi mo kanina, sila yung bigyan mo ng sila yung maging participants sa mga research mo, sa survey mo. Let me know kung matamis masyado yung leche flan o matabang
Tama.
ba, no. So do not sugarcoat. You need to tell me, how to improve this product, this recipe, whatever, product that you do, no. Yeah. But medyo unfortunate yung kwento niya, but I hope you just continuously try, no, siguro to i-lobby mo i-market mo yung sarili mo sa kanila to ask for support, no, Miss Hannah, no. Kasi like Miss Hannah mentioned, no, tumulong financially ang pamilya. But sometimes kahit hindi man financial support, kahit moral support lang talaga,
Yes,
no, or
tama
even
po.
yung network, no. Pakilala kita sa ibang grupo ko, 'di ba? At least dumami naman yung network mo from your through your friends and your family members, okay? Miss Hannah, there's another question here. What's your best advice to those who just started their small online business this time of pandemic? ngayon pala nag-start, no? As in, nung nagka-pandemic na nag-umpisa. Unlike yung sa'yo kasi, Miss Hannah, it's a continuation, right? It's a
Yes.
story of resilience kasi yung sa'yo eh. Sa kanila ngayon daw sila nag-start nung time ng pandemic. Yes, Miss
Okay.
Hannah.
So sa mga magsi-start pa lang ng negosyo, of course, there will be challenges talaga. Hindi naman, minsan kasi akala mo, first day sale, oh, ang daming benta, ang daming bumibili. Then, the next day, konti na. So, parang kailangan, kailangan alamin mo what went wrong and paano ko pa mapopromote yung product ko. Kasi it's really normal for a business na ganyan talaga siya. Minsan mataas, minsan mababa. Like ngayon, we have the peak season and the lean season. Nagsa-start na naman yung lean season ngayong June. Medyo bumababa rin yung store sales namin. Pero nasanay na ako. At first, I was like, ano ba yan? Ano pala, malakas lang pag March. Tapos pagdating ng June, July, mahina na. Kasi some people would easily give up when they see yung figures. But then again, pag dumating naman na kasi ulit yung peak season, tataas ulit yan eh. And so parang ang inaano ko lang, parang dapat they know how the market talaga, kung ano talaga ang pagtaas tsaka baba ng market and paano ba ang ah, paano ba ang tawag dito, demand, 'di ba, nung products kasi minsan kasi yun ang nangyayari sa ibang nagnenegosyo, nawawalan agad sila ng pag-asa kapag bumaba yung sales. So yun yung ano ko sa kanila, pinaka advice ko sa kanila na wag mawawalan agad ng ano, ng pag-asa. Pag nagsisimula ng negosyo, hindi porket bumaba siya ng isang buwan, eh, continuous na mababa na siya. Minsan, umaangat siya. Pero once na talagang continuous yung pagbaba, kailangan aralin what went wrong and of course, ask for feedback from your customers on how you can improve yung service or product mo. So, kailangan tinitignan talaga yung figures. Yun yung pag-aaralan mo. Kasi kami ngayon, nagbe-base ako sa figures on what to do next. Yan.
So you'd like to really mention that business is something that's really very precise, calculated,
Yes.
something that you really need to plan ahead. It's not like something that just will just happen based on circumstances or by accident, no. So it's a very well planned endeavor, no. Yun ang gusto mong sabihin dito, Miss Hannah. And also it's also good to remind each one of us here who would like to venture in online business that you need that amount of grit, no? Yung grit, perseverance, no? Huwag susuko, huwag bibitaw. Kasi tama ka, I remember no, parang yung sinasabi ng iba, oh, yung first week mabenta, yung second week matumal. Parang ano ba to problema nito, no? So, thank you for reminding that kasi ito yung mga pwede kasing, nababasa natin sa mga online articles pero coming from you, someone who we can relate to, no, as an alumna, no, na dating com student, no, an outstanding student at that, no. And of course ngayon na isa ring outstanding and of course very successful in your field, no, in your online business and of course in your business, no, ChizMozza brand, no. Kasi magandang reminder sa ating lahat yan because in this pandemic it's easier for us to give up, no. Parang I think parang you sometimes it becomes also an excuse when you say ayoko na. Tapos people will just, oo kasi pandemic, oo nga naman, sige okay na, ayaw mo kasi pandemic naman, no? But I think it's a good way when you mention na wag bibitaw, lalo ngayon sa pandemic na you just have to continue, no? You have to hold on to your goal, to that dream, no? And to that ambition, and you have to have that grit, no? Kaya ang tinatawag natin na AQ, di ba? Adversity quotient is more important now as compared na to having just EQ or IQ. Yes, Miss Hannah, no. Alam mo, Miss Hannah, ang dami pang tanong kaso, baka abutin tayo alas 10 ng gabi. But you know what, we're just so happy lang kasi and excited, no. I mean, we're looking at you as an alumna, FEU alumna, no, Department of Communication. So, masaya lang talaga kami. You can really feel the excitement, no. And we're just so proud of you, no. As much as we would like to ask more questions, I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of time. We will ask Miss Hannah if it's possible for her to reply to your questions. No? Do you have any, Miss Hannah, contact or email? Maybe your audience would like to connect with you.
Okay.
Lalo na yung mga fellow Tamaros mo.
Sa mga fellow Tamaros ko and other na gusto pang magtanong about the business, or of course, if you're also interested sa pagre-resell or franchise, you can actually send me an email. Um, my email address is hramos.chizmozza@gmail.com. I'll be sharing yung screen para makita yung screen.
And you have a very very active Facebook page, 'di ba? Miss
Opo.
Hannah, ang ChizMozza. Yeah.
Yes po.
Ay naku, masarap yung ChizMozza na try ko nga, kinukwento ko sa iyo kanina. Yung dip lalo na.
Thank you po.
So, yeah, we will definitely connect. No, we are just proud that you accomplish all of this because you were able to apply the skills that you learned, no, from school, and of course from your own passion, and of course whatever that you acquired, no, you learned from your stay in FEU, no, nakatulong din sa iyo talaga yan.
Yes, sir.
Sige, we can flash that screen, yung yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so that's hramos.chismos@gmail.com. All right. So today, thank you so much, Miss Hannah. No, today we learned that in this time of pandemic, no, well, it's inevitable. We know the impact of pandemic to our local and of course the global economy. But of course, at the end of the day, it really would define the level of our sacrifice and of course perseverance, no, and at the same time use the knowledge, experience, and skills that we have, no, especially for our students here listening and of those who are about to graduate. Definitely, as what our speaker mentioned, don't lose hope. You have to continue with your dream. Wag bibitaw, yun ang sinasabi niya paulit-ulit. And of course, as a tama raw, that's one of your strongest advantages, no, you're always brave kasi ganyan kayo pinalaki sa universidad na ito. And whatever business that you'll be venturing on, definitely for a fact that at the end of the day you tried your best, and of course you made yourself really you try your best not to be relevant as well in helping our economy, of course, and of course to improve yourself, no, as you progress with your career. So there you have it. Before we officially conclude our pep talk for today, we would like to present this certificate of appreciation to our dear speaker. Of course, let me read the text. Far Eastern University Career and Placement Office Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Marydae Hannah Ramos for her valuable contribution as speaker during the Pre-Employment Preparation Talk webinar series with the theme Add to Cart, Understanding the Online Business That You Should Pursue, given this 8th day of June 2021 at Far Eastern University, Manila, signed by Maria Carmencita Suba Alfonso, Director, FEU Career and Placement Office, and Generoso Pamitan Jr., PhD, Assistant Vice President for Academic Services. Ms. Hannah, before we end this webinar, are there any parting words or final pieces of advice, anything you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, sir. So, again, thank you so much for being with us today, and I hope marami kayong natutunan when it comes to...
Definitely.
Opo, actually, I have a lot to share pa, pero of course, we don't have a lot of time. But then, again, parang for me, you should be able to, kumbaga sa negosyo, when you're starting your own business, try mo muna na gawin lahat. Kasi ako before, I think nang-feature ako sa FEU, I was calling myself before na parang one-woman team when I started my business. Kasi actually kahit po dun sa construction, kasama ako, nagpipintura ako or mga ganyan po. And then actually ako po yung gumagawa ng taxes ko. Ako yung gumagawa ng financial statements ko. Na before wala akong kalam-alam. Kumbaga, having a business is not just about earning money, it's also about the experience. Kasi grabe po yung experience na naibigay sa akin ng pag-start ng negosyo. Hindi siya matutumban bansa ng mga naging work ko before. Kasi ito parang endless eh. Baga hindi ka magsasawa eh. So, I really hope na most of us or sa mga naka-attend ng seminar ay ma-inspire to start their own business kasi masaya po talaga, promise. So, ay, parang ano, para ka lang naglalaro. So, masaya po talaga magkaroon ng sariling negosyo. So, yun lang po. Thank you very much po, Sir
Thank
Ron.
you so much, Miss
Wait,
Hannah.
okay.
It's really about it boils down to mindset, attitude, and practices. And you're a good, I mean, we look at you at a good role model for those, no, your mindset, attitude, and practices. So at this juncture, we would like to thank again our resource speaker, our very own Miss Marydae Hannah Ramos for gracing this event with her valuable knowledge and experience. To all our students in attendance, please do not forget to answer the online student activity evaluation form, and we will provide you with your e-certificate of attendance. Mukhang nakaka-relate dyan si Miss Hannah kasi nung student siya, no, ganyan din. No? Kailangan din ng certificate sa mga attendance ng mga webinar or seminar noon. We would like to also invite you again to join us in our next PEP Talk webinar titled A Broad Spectrum, How to Find and Get That International Scholarship and Study Grant. This will happen on June 15, Tuesday, same time at 3 p.m. via MS Teams. So please mark your calendars and we will see you again in our next week's PEP Talk episode. So that's again June 15, A Broad Spectrum, How to Find and Get That International Scholarship and Study Grant. In behalf of the FEU Career and Placement Office, we would like to thank our digital media partners, Shanghai Syndicate, and of course, Sir Christian Evasco of the FEU Marketing and Communication Office for making this webinar possible. Many thanks also to our dear students, faculty members, and employees for joining us this afternoon. We hope that you've learned a lot from today's PEP Talk. For updates, please regularly visit the Career and Placement Office official Facebook page. And as we end, may we invite everyone, and of course our fellow Tamaraw here, Miss Hannah, to join us in singing the FEU hymn. This is again your MC, Ron Gascon. Keep safe, everyone. Be brave, Tamaraws.